All right, welcome back to GLAM on Demand. I am Casey. Let me know that you are watching. I am excited to be here with you because I am going to be sharing some tinsel eyeliner. It is our new holiday launch. Y'all should be getting your books any day now. They just mailed out this week. And how not to be afraid of some sparkle. Like, I'm not talking about sparkle that can be seen from outer space, but feeling a little more confident with your look, and of course, trying something new and fresh and fun and trendy, and just, why not? Life can be short. Why are we not playing with these things? So I'm gonna run through this right quick because it does not take long, okay? That's the thing. You don't have to have 30 minutes to get ready. I don't have 30 minutes to get ready. So what I have right now on my face is the moisturizer and eye primer. I do have eye primer on. And we're gonna dive right in. So I'm gonna do, last time we did GLAM on Demand, I did the cream to powder. I think y'all are kind of impressed. Who's tried cream to powder since we shared that? Tonight, I'm going to do our matte wear liquid foundation. I just had to change shades, so I am now an ivory. I was a really light beige and now I'm ivory. And you might be experiencing the same thing. And I'm also gonna try our new lips. So to get started, I'm gonna go ahead and put on, I always use primers first. So eye primer, face primer, lip primer. I'm gonna let that dry. All right, so we have two new eyeliners and they are super easy to use. They're a lot of fun. And I think depending on your eye color or what eyeshadow look, you can play with either one. It does not matter your eye shape or anything like that. What I will tell you that I feel like, this is Casey's opinion, is that you really need to have a shadow that is going to complement the eyeliner. So if I was using the copper, I wouldn't put on a purple or pink shadow. Make sense? All right, so let's dive right in. I am going to play with the silver one. What is this silver one called? I don't even know. They're that new. Okay, what is this one called? Silver. There you go. So I'm gonna do some Blossom up on my brows. I just feel like this helps. You can do concealer on your lids. You can do under eye corrector, any of those good things, and just kind of give me a fresh little matte palette, because as you can see, your capillaries do come through on your lids. All right, so let us know who's here. Hi, friends. We're streaming on a couple different places. So what I'll tell you is, if I don't see your comments now, I promise I will when we get finished. It just allows me to be in more than one place at one time. Don't you love technology for that reason? I do. All righty. You know what I noticed last time? I try to sing like what I just did. I do, you know? I'm like, why do I do that? Why do I do that? All right, so as you can see, I am starting to get hooded eyes, which means gravity's trying to win a battle, but it is not, because we can contour our eyelids, right? We can look 10 pounds thinner on our face, and we can make it look like, so you see what I'm doing? This is hazelnut. I'm using our angled brush, and I'm going right above that crease. See the difference already? Oh, genius, people, genius. All right. So what are y'all doing fun this weekend? Are y'all starting to decorate for the season? Are y'all pulling out some pumpkins and some Halloween stuff? It has not been fall-like weather. I'm making sure, perfect. Fall-like weather here, but boy, I'm ready. I'm ready for the fall. All right, so we got our hazelnut on. So I'm gonna show you how simple this is. I'm gonna go in with our, I told y'all, shimmer does not mean you have to see it from outer space. This is our new liquid, metallic liquid shadow, and this one's called Graphite. So all I'm gonna do with Graphite is put a little bit on down by my liner, where my liner would go. And then all I'm gonna do is, you can use your finger, you can use a brush, and work this all over my lower lid, okay? Because you don't want it to be super duper shimmery. At least I don't. It's okay if you do, but I don't want it to be crazy shimmery. I want it to be more concentrated down by my lash line. And then that way, when you do a little bit more, and you could also use, let's see if I've got it here. I'll use one of these. Actually, I do have it. Yay. A little bit more. I don't want y'all to be scared of it. This is our cream shadow / concealer brush. It's synthetic bristles. I don't know if you've ever used one of these, but it really makes, especially like for like, I'm gonna just put a little bit on my brush, for your concealer underneath your eyes to make it not crease and separate. Using a brush or a wet blending sponge really does help. Okay, so we got a little sparkle on. Don't worry, I'm gonna blend, but we are gonna go in now with our accent color. So I'm gonna pull all these colors together. You gotta use a darker color matte up there if you're hooded eyes. And the other thing is using a, like a smudger brush for the outside corner. So let's see, what color do we want to use? So many options. We can do a gray, we can do like espresso or a French roast. I think I'm going to go with a French roast. It's just a darker, this would give you kind of a smokier look, and you can pull this underneath for your liner. You see how you do that? And we'll clean all that up in just a second. But this is Casey doing her face with you in her phone. So when I say you can do this really quickly and it does not take a lot of time, but it is going to spice up your life, my friends. And what this outside corner does is open up your eyes. So if you feel like your eyes are not really the center point of your face as far as grabbing people's attention, this is a great way to make the attention come to your eyes and blend it all in. All right, so we'll get a clean little brush and we are just going to blend all of that. You don't want to see any harsh lines, okay? And we'll add a little more blossom up by the top. All right, so next I'm going to grab our silver eyeliner. This is how it comes in these great little applicators. But what you're going to see is I'm going to wipe on the one side, wipe this excess off. There's a lot of product, especially being as new as it is. If you need help with your liner, just lift up here and work your way across. Don't pull out here because it stretches that skin. All right, let's see if I can do this in the phone. I should have brought my other mirror down here. See how pretty it is. I mean, can we talk about how fun this is for holidays and our parties? So it is much easier to use. It's a thinner formula than our waterproof felt tip. I have it right here. Our waterproof felt tip. This one's going to go on a lot easier and is not as much product. Like I said, I did wipe it off, but we're going to let that dry just for a second and then go back in with a clean brush, and I am just going to clean up here by my brows. I usually start with a base everywhere. Today I didn't use the concealer like I did last week. I'm trying to show y'all some different things depending on what you have at home so y'all can play and put all of that together. I still have not gotten my brows done since I was sick. Haven't done anything. No nails. Look, I just pressed those on our Color Street. Thanks to Katie Stewart. Love her. My local. Have y'all used any sort of nail products that y'all love? All right. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to grab my notepad. Okay. This is the greatest mascara of all time. We are so excited. It is back for good. It's got a little curved tip to it, just like that. So you see how it like lifts your lashes with that curl, and you just work it in, but it doesn't make your lashes clump, okay? It doesn't make them clump, which is awesome. But your lashes really do start having a personality after 2 to 3 coats. So if you feel like your lashes just aren't there, it's probably because you're not giving them a chance. You got to put a little bit more on. But but I love this. It's water resistant. It's not a waterproof. So you can, like this morning I was out in the rain a little bit and I had it on and it doesn't smear. Like my hair is flat, but my mascara doesn't smear. Now, if I have a big girl cry go swimming, yes, it will. All right, today, because I'm using this, I'm gonna use our blending brush. So I didn't use this last time, but this blending brush has 25,000 bristles and you can pat it on like this and it'll give you a lot of coverage. So with our matte wear and our luminous wear, it is an oxidizing foundation. And so what that basically means is you're able to see it when you put it on, which I love because you don't have the crazy lines. But as it interacts with the air and of course warms up with your body temperature, guess what happens? It blends right in. So if you are curious about this, but you have no idea what color you would be, we have the most amazing advanced foundation tool selector online. It's on your consultant's webpage. Just go to the tips and trends, and the number one thing to get it correct is to make sure that you answer question number 1 correctly. And if you have questions about question number 1, ask your beauty consultant. She can help you. But it takes less than 60 seconds. And out of the, I think there's 27 of these shades with this line? 27 different colors. It will narrow it down for you and tell you what formula and what shade. So I'm telling you what, it has been the most amazing technology with the pandemic because we haven't been out doing foundation matching. All right, so you see how easy, what I love about it is my hands are not touching it. So I don't have the bacteria and excess oil, but it's not thick. It's not thick at all. And you don't look like you've been like to art class and you have the streaks, you know what I mean? So make sure you always, whatever's left, go down and out. So many of you, I would recommend all of you go through and check out the foundation tool selector on your consultant's page. Now that we are getting into a fall season and we might need to change our color. So I'm using the same color, this French Roast with a little smudger brush. This is an older smudger brush, but I just grabbed one and using it right here. It just kind of creates more of a dressier look. I don't do a lot of liner on the bottom because of my dark circles, but it is nice to be able to have that flexibility with liner. So last time I did the waterline. All right, this is my concealer. So remember that little trick? Oh, if you missed 2 weeks ago our GLAM on demand, you need to go back and check it out. We had so much fun talking about all the fun tips and tricks. Make sure I don't. So this is why you do your foundation last. It cleans up that line. So you see, like I'm just doing a line to my brow and blending that all in. And it just is gonna open it up. All right, what questions do y'all have for me? I see one that, I know. Next time we need to do a brush clinic, a brush on demand. Because so many people, they're like, oh, you just grabbed a different brush. This one is our foundation brush and our liquid foundation brush. And this is the one that I was telling you that I like to use with our translucent powder, our pressed powder. This is pressed right here. So while it's damp from the concealer or foundation, this is just a pressed powder. You can go and set it and forget it. Yeah. And I don't use pressed powder as my full coverage foundation because it sits on the little hairs on your face and I don't like the way that looks, okay? At all. I don't like the way that looks. Let that dry and then I go back over it and set it so you don't get those little creases. All right, let's play with, what do y'all think? Isn't it pretty? I mean, it's not too much. Obviously, I put that second coat on. You could go lighter and only do one coat. You wouldn't even have to use a liquid shadow. You could use, you know, like a graphite or a granite or a maybe a cinnabar or mahogany shadow, and then use the liner, the new liner on top of that. If you didn't want to use the liquid shimmer shadow that I did, I just feel like it's so much fun. It is really so easy to work with, and it dries really quickly. You're seeing a full face here. Alrighty, I probably should have fixed my brows. What do y'all think? Should I fix my brows? I probably should have. So I used the brow tint this morning because, like I said, I have not done my brows and they are wild. Do y'all have wild brows? Like, the brow tint is great to keep them in their place. And I always like to comb it in so it doesn't look like caterpillars on my head. Just a Casey preference. All right, so we got our primer on. What color do you want to use? I'm kind of in love. Y'all told me to fall in love with this one, with this cinnamon. So this is called Matte Liquid Lipstick. And just like with the liner, I'm going to wipe the excess off. This is a doe foot applicator. So you see it's a little pointed and thin at the tip. Wipe the excess off. And then you can basically, you can do it with liner or without. I'm going to show you without, just so you can see what it looks like. I would put a medium nude liner with this one or a light nude. It depends on how dark your skin is. Isn't that pretty? So you see what I did? I used the tip to line the top because mine are so thin. And then fill in the bottom with everything on that doe foot. I love it. So it's not a super dry lip lacquer. It's not gonna feel like you've kissed a bucket of flour, just so you know. But if you want that glossy feel to it, that glossy look, it comes with a lip oil. Yeah, lip oil is what it's called. And the lip oil takes a little dab. So you see, it's already dry pretty much. Well, I was trying to get it out without with having small lips, I really don't need to squeeze. Squeezing is bad when you don't have big lips, okay? So, and this one's, it's like our satin lip balm. All right, friends, I hope at this point you are not scared to play with some sparkle. I'm calling it our tinsel. Let me show you the other color. Where'd I put it? Stay tuned. Look, I move everything around. And did I put it back where it belongs? No, I didn't. 2 seconds. I'm going to find it. I've put it in my bag and didn't realize that I did. Here she is. This is the copper. So with this one, I am doing a lot of gold status and shiny penny. So I'm just going to draw a little heart here so you can see what this one looks like. And you can see that it's not a ton of product once you wipe the excess off. There's the excess, and then that's how much comes out. So you can kind of see. Isn't it pretty though? I don't feel like it looks good on me if I wear both. Same time. So let me know. I see some questions about the brushes. So we will dive into that. Let me know what other questions you might have and what else you would like to see. Brows, more of the contour. Do you want to see different types of foundations? Because we have used now matte and the cream to powder, but obviously there's still 4 other types of foundation out there. So let me know if you want to see those. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting your beauty consultant. And if it's me, thank you. And I hope you all have a great evening. See you soon. Bye, friends.